follow his heart and not men's praise. We have to follow the heart of God. It's not just about our burden. It's about what is God's burden for people, because when we follow his heart, his burden, his desire to reach every person with the hope of the gospel, that they can be saved, that they don't have to live in their sin and their broken downness, that they don't have to spend an eternity separated from God. That is the heart of God. And when we get excited about that, it will keep us on track. But if we look for what other people approve of, we will easily be pulled to the side, right? Because there are going to be people who oppose you. Maybe they're in your family, maybe they're your friends, maybe they're coworkers sneaking in a joke, but they will say things like, you're following God, you are nuts. You give 10% to God, you're a psycho. Like let me understand this. You keep yourself pure before marriage. Do you have any idea what you're missing out on? Right? You go to church during a pandemic, you're clearly a crazy person. Right now, you guys who got up and you're watching the live stream at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, you're an idiot. Why didn't you just sleep in like a normal person? It's a big day of football. You should just stay there. You don't give people what they deserve. It's because you're a coward. People will oppose your worldview when you're following God. And because the way that Jesus has set out for you, the good work he's done, is so anti the world's point of view, you will always bash heads. And in fact, if you're never actually having any kind of friction, if no one's ever actually saying, hey, you look a little bit different, what's going on, you might not be following the good work so closely. Because if you look just like the world, you're not accomplishing God's good work. There will always be people who oppose you for following Jesus, for doing the good work he's called you to. Look at what it says in Nehemiah 2:10. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official heard of my arrival, they were very displeased that someone had come to help the people of Israel. Listen, the people who don't know God weren't very happy when someone showed up and said, hey, I'm here to live and love like Jesus. That's not good news to them. They're like, why are you here? Why are you living this way? You're a weirdo. Get out of here. You're getting in the way of my stuff. So don't be shocked when people oppose you. But don't be discouraged either, because God is bigger than what people say and do. And so when we focus your relationship with Jesus on your identity as his child who he's created on purpose and for a purpose, what other people say and do will fade into the background. When you prioritize what God says about you, what other people say doesn't matter. Everything else pales in comparison. It fades away. But if you live for the approval of others, you will kill yourself to avoid their criticism. And there's no way to avoid people's criticism and do the good work. And here's the side note. When you look for the approval of other people, or you try and look like other people as your guide, and you don't keep your eyes focused on Jesus, it's easy to get stuck on a human leader. Right? I was thinking about this. Two of my favorite preachers in the modern era both had moral failures where they had to leave their church. And I wondered if, oh my gosh, my focus was on them. If they can't make it, how can I make it? If the pressure of ministry was too much for them, how could I ever do it? But people will let you down. I will let you down. Don't put your faith in me. Don't keep your eyes on me. Follow Jesus. Because if your hope is in me, you are so screwed. Because I am not perfect, but there is one who is. And so keep your eyes. Follow his heart, not on what people are doing or what people are saying. Follow him. Don't follow others. I honestly don't care if the Pope himself got up and was like, I don't believe in God anymore. It's like, well, that Pope's messed up. But it doesn't affect my faith because I'm following Jesus, no person. Some of us are feeling tired and worn down because our eyes are all around us. They're on circumstances. They're on elections. They're on diagnoses. They're on financial hardships. They're on friendships breaking up over politics. These are real, difficult circumstances, and they're not going away. So keep your eyes on his heart, the one who's big enough to sustain you through them. And here's the last way, and probably the only way you can actually do this. Don't go alone. Don't set out on the good work alone.